Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, once again. Welcome back to another video game review. This time it is going to be on Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. Now, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time is the long-awaited fourth installment in the mainline Crash Bandicoot games. Specifically, the original trilogy for the PS1, which was ported years later with the Insane trilogy. There were tons of spin-off games as well that weren't as well received, but years later with the success of the Insane trilogy. Yeah, the Insane trilogy. I own the Insane trilogy. Toys for Bob, the developers, one of the developers of this game, that's what it's called, right? Toys for Bob. Yeah. Toys for Bob finally gave fans their fourth installment. From here, you play as Crash, and you can also play as his little sister Coco. And once in a while, there will be bonus levels where you can play as characters like Tawna, Dingodile, and even the baddie of the franchise, Cortex. In this game, there are 4 mask power-ups that help you along your journey. One makes you spin like crazy, like the Tasmanian Devil. One makes you slow down time for a little bit. One makes you make platforms disappear and reappear. And one makes you walk on the ceiling. I never was really big into the Crash Bandicoot series when I was younger. I have played a bit of the Insane trilogy, so I decided since it was getting pretty good feedback, I gave it a go, and I had quite a bit of fun with this game. If fans expect a lot of levels and stuff to unlock, as well as 3D and 2.5D platforming action, then you're definitely going to get it here. It's fast-paced, the level design is creative, and it looks really well made, it's very colorful, and they do have quite a bit of replayability. And it has some pretty cool Easter eggs hidden throughout, like there's a few references to Spyro the Dragon, who also got a remastered trilogy years later, just like Crash did. So yeah, you can tell the developers put quite a bit of love and effort into this. But at the same time, the developers are also going to really test your skills. If you've ever completed the trilogy, like got 100% on everything, then be prepared because hot damn, this is one hard-ass game. I mean, I knew it would be hard, but just, wow. I died like more than 5,000 times. Like there's a little like icon thing in the corner that shows how many times you have died throughout a level. Like, oh my god. And the last few levels took me at least 30 minutes to beat for each level. Mostly because I died hundreds of times. And usually the levels take about like 5 minutes or so. And they knew this was going to be a hard game, so they added 2 modes. Modern, where if you die, it'll always start you back at the checkpoint with no limits on deaths. Or Retro mode, where if you die, you start the whole level from the very beginning. So yeah, the challenge is still there. However, there will be times where if you can't reach a checkpoint, it'll just add a checkpoint in the middle of you and the other checkpoint where you're supposed to go to next, which is pretty helpful sometimes. So yeah, this game has divided a lot of people. There are times where it can be unfair. There are times where I just wanted to quit, but I didn't. Though I haven't completed everything, I'm just happy to have gotten to the final boss. But if you want to complete everything, and I mean everything, it will take you months probably. Like, this is a game for the masters of this franchise, so if you're more into casual platformers, then this might not be for you. But honestly, the level design and the gameplay is what really kept me from wanting to quit. And the cutscenes are also very well made too. They managed to add to the game's humor, and they were really entertaining to watch. I basically like how everybody talks except Crash, like if he were a silent protagonist. Also, there are times where the game can reference what happened in the previous games. I basically mean how it's been decades since they've gone back to it. So, other than the game's insane difficulty, some gripes I do have is sometimes when you play some of the characters' levels, half their levels are just their sides of the main level. Then after that, it goes to the other half of the level you've already beaten in the game. If you play the game, then you'll know what I understand. However, they do get full levels about them later down the line, and they have pretty cool movesets too. Tawna has a grappling hook. Dingodile has a vacuum, Cortex has a ray gun. They were all fun to play as, and there are also skins you can unlock for Crash and Coco too. Though requiring you to beat a lot of the levels 100%, they're still really fun to try and get. Overall, Crash Bandicoot 4 was a really fun experience. If you grew up playing the original games, then you might be satisfied with this. But like I said, it's super difficult, and if you're not a fan of huge challenges, then you're probably not going to enjoy this. Or at least not that much. As for me, for someone who's not really that big into the series, I do want to play more of the games since I have the Insane Trilogy. I had fun with it. I really did. Like, there were a few things I didn't really expect to see. I mean, I expected to hear some cussing in the game, but I wasn't expecting to hear the word bastards. Like, oh my god. Bastards! I didn't think E10 rated games could go higher than words like damn, but I guess they can. I'm gonna give Crash 4 a 4 out of 5. So yeah, definitely a fun one. Definitely worth buying the $60 or whatever. So yeah, it has quite a bit of replayability, but because of its huge amounts of difficulty, then who knows? Maybe then there might be some people out there who just want to give up on it. For me, it might be one of those times where I just want to challenge myself, like really, really want to try hard to get good, but I don't know. I mean, I managed to beat Dark Souls and Bloodborne, so I'm not sure. Maybe once in a while I'll try fully beating this. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.